What's up, everybody? I've got my quarantine hair, my quarantine scotch, and here's another casual quarantine piece of content. Today we're taking a look at the dirtiest PC builds on the internet. I've personally scoured the web for these images, some of which you may have seen before. But regardless, you should consider this video an important reminder to clean your PC regularly. On that note, let's take a look at some absolute worst case scenarios of what can happen when you don't. This video is brought to you by the EVGA RTX 2060 KO. The card features 6 gigs of GDDR6 memory, a quiet dual fan design, and full metal backplate for added rigidity. Fast yet affordable, the RTX 2060 KO is built on NVIDIA's Turing architecture, allowing users to experience RTX on for next level realism in games. Click on the link below to learn more. Starting right out of the gate, I mean, how many years did this take? How many years of buildup? I guess it depends on the environment. Does this person live in a wood chipping facility? Because it seems like it. There is so much dust all over the place. I mean, this fan can't breathe. It looks like the dust has infiltrated every nook and cranny of that heatsink. And this poor MSI GPU, I'd be shocked if it even runs. And if it does, it's probably everything in this system is overheating, no doubt. I mean, it's so clumped up and so bad. It also looks like someone just diarrhea dust in this system. It's all kind of like scattered and speckled and stuff. It's really nasty. By the way, you probably shouldn't eat anything when watching this video. It's just gonna get worse. Oh my gosh, this is really, You know, on the bright side, there's so much dust buildup, I hardly noticed the ketchup and mustard cables. Like, I didn't even see them till now. And you know, if you wait up a little bit longer, the dust will probably cover them up completely along with this power supply sticker. So, you know, we could 180 this really easily. Now, we got a 6 DIMM slot board here, and for a second it looked like there was no memory installed, but I think we do have 3 sticks. They're just really skinny, really slim heat spreaders, so they're kind of hiding. Or they developed a sentient consciousness, jumped out of their sockets, and ran for the hills to escape this dust-riddled hellscape. Look at the dust buildup on the cables, though. And look at this Molex cable. Like, it was almost like it was jealous that these cables were sleeved, so it just decided to grow its own sleeve out of dust. And I feel like whoever owns this PC is the kind of user who brings their system to a shop after it stops working and goes, I don't know what's wrong with it. Can you fix it? It was working fine last week. Like, no concept of how damaging dust and dirt can be to a system. When it's to this degree, I mean, it could be half as dirty and performance would still be tanking in some areas. I just cannot imagine letting a system go for this long. But the owners of every other build that we're about to look at can, including whoever owns this thing. Oh my God. Look at that. Okay, so now I was actually gonna praise this computer for not being on the carpet, but then I realized the carpet is inside the system. The dust is so thick, there's blankets of it, covering things like the expansion cards. Like, I can't even see what this is. Half the system isn't even visible because it's literally just enshrouded in blankets of dust. And what are these little things, these little black things? Are those bugs? I would not be surprised at all if those are like roaches or something like that. That is disgusting. I'm gonna need more of this. I wonder if this fan still spins. Although it wouldn't really matter, right? Because even if dust hadn't gotten a hold of the bearings and just stopped the fan dead in its tracks, there's no air passing through that heatsink. It's completely filled up, just like the last PC. And you know the really stupid thing is that it only takes 5 minutes of your time to unplug your PC, put it outside, and just wave it down with a data vac. 5 minutes. You're in and out, and it's practically good as new. Compared to this, it's good as new. I'm only gonna say this once in this video. If you're an avid PC user, buy a data vac. You owe it to yourself and your system to buy a data vac. You can find my affiliate link in the description. Can you imagine all the crap that this thing's just ejecting out of it constantly anytime it's running? You're just breathing that in, you know? It's probably sitting right next to you, exhaust fans near your face, and you're just getting all this right in there. Right in there. There's so many human particles in here, the system is more man than machine. Ugh. What's next? Oh yeah, this one. Okay, so spider webs everywhere. Those are spider webs. I'm pretty sure these are cobwebs because those look like bugs. There's like little bugs all over the bottom of the case. Oh, this is disgusting. So gross. At this point, you wouldn't even want to wipe it down. Just get like a vacuum, because I would not stick my hand in here. My PC or not, there's no way a physical limb of mine is going near this system. I could just see me reaching in before a Black Widow jumps out and bites my face off. See, in my opinion, a PC should look and function like a PC, not a jungle gym for small creatures. And you know this is 100% the admin's fault, right? Like, the spiders are probably shopping around looking for a place to live. They came across this build, took one look at the cable management and thought, well, this place already has cobwebs. Why don't we set up shop here? Absolutely gross. Feeling the need to take a shower yet? Hold that thought, because we're just getting started. Okay, wow. This looks like it came from underwater. It looks like an abandoned shipwreck at the bottom of the ocean. How does this even happen? Look, like the dust is eating the fan. It's completely consumed the video card, and there's just like clumps of stuff on the power supply. The cables, come on. Like, the sad thing is this is probably not staged. This is probably real. This was someone's computer in their house. But a system that's been going this long without a cleaning is just a sign of pure negligence and or laziness. I kind of wish this was a higher res image, but then I also kind of don't, because then there'd be all these fine details that I could not unsee. You know it's a dirty PC when even the dust clumps are trying to escape. Look at them jumping overboard. Holy crap, get me out of this hole! Next up we have 2 cinder blocks. No, those are not cinder blocks. You can kind of see the little cutout of dust right here where the fan hub was, the center of the fan, but everything around it, which is where the blades are actually trying to move air, is completely clogged. And obviously your fan could be moving, but it's not gonna matter if your heatsink is completely enclosed and clogged with dust, because it's effectively acting as an insulator at that point, so any airflow can't take any heat away that's been absorbed by those fin stacks, meaning your thermals are going to suffer greatly, much like my eyes are suffering greatly while viewing these photos. The chipset heatsink is also filthy, but it actually looks good in comparison. And look at these capacitors. It kind of just like scales up. Like it's not too bad on this one. It gets a little worse, and as you scale up, I don't know why is that? Maybe because when the system's upright, all the dust just kind of trickles down. That's what dust sounds like when it falls. Okay, what happened here? What, did you throw a Labrador inside your computer and it just got shredded to bits? I'm trying to figure out what this is and how it got here. Like, is this hair? Or dare I say, someone's Manscaped trimmer was delayed in shipping and they couldn't hold out any longer. So, Zotac GPU, you are now a multi-tool and have seen things that no GPU should see. Whatever the case may be, this twiny hair stuff poses a huge threat to every fan in this system, whether it's the CPU cooler, the GPU, the case fans, because it's just gonna get wrapped around the blades and bearings and cause the fans to malfunction or completely stop working. Look at these eyes just staring into your soul. Get me out, please God. Okay, next up, we've got a huge dust clump over what looks to be the CPU cooler. Yeah, because you can see the RAMs right there, rear exhaust fans here. So it's just kind of consuming the CPU fan and heatsink. The dust has manifested into a polygonal life form that is extended over here in the form of little nuggets. What are these little pellet things? Is that just clumps of dust? Is that rabbit poop? What's going on here? There's a lot of them. There's like a whole cluster of them right here. There's even one giant one between the DIMM slots. Nice. My advice to whoever owns this PC is to invest in some custom sleeved cables. Just change that one thing and everything will look amazing. It looks like the system was in the middle of a demolition project and it was supposed to have been incinerated, but someone ended up finding it intact and they were like, oh, free RAM. I don't have to download it now. This next one looks like a trash fire. I mean, they're all a trash fire, but this one, what's going on here? Are those cobwebs or dust webs? Were spiders involved? That is the question. It looks horrific. Simply looking at these 2 cables alone is enough to throw me into a violent allergic reaction. Is this part of it? Is this dust right here? Is this just a clump of dust just kind of hanging out with the IDE cable? I'm surprised I can actually see the Cooler Master logo on the CPU fan. Had this picture been taken a couple weeks later, it would be gone. It would just be totally gone, enveloped just like this fan. I mean, we're way beyond neglect at this point. This is a cry for help, okay? It's so depressing and dead inside here. It's like a GameStop. To the current or previous owner of this PC, I implore you to seek help. Not from me. I won't help you. Ho! What is going on? It looks like a nuclear bomb. It looks like a mushroom cloud just is hovering over the motherboard. This is your PC on drugs. Okay, how does this even happen? I mean, this is so much human filth that you could probably turn it into a leg. I have a rule of thumb. It's just my personal rule, not everyone has to follow it, but any clumps of dust in my system should weigh less than a sumo wrestler. On the bright side, if your kid ever loses his football, he can use this as a temporary replacement. I'm pretty sure if this gets any bigger, it's gonna start raining in this PC. Dude, you're getting a Dell. Okay, if I remember correctly, the owner of this PC was a smoker, which is why the system looks like it got cancer too. This is also giving me like those underwater vibes, like there's just a bunch of barnacles all over it. Like this, I thought this was a starfish. This is gnarly. You can see the discoloration of just everything in the system, how it's kind of got this yellow tint. Like when you go to a smoker's house and their white walls just have this shade of yellow because of all the tar and nicotine. Blah. Yes, apparently cigarettes are not just bad for humans, they're bad for computers too. If there's anything to be learned from this, it's that secondhand smoke really is a killer. I'm pretty sure this is what would happen if you put a PC in the middle of a Las Vegas casino and just left it there for 10 years. Look at this, I just noticed the fan of the graphics card is completely off. It's just severed. Severed ties from the system. It's like, I'm done. I'm out of here. I can't breathe in this place. Apparently this fan did the one thing the PC owner could not. Quit. Oh look, it's an MSI motherboard. Remember when MSI's logo was a different font and an off yellow color? Oh no wait, that's the tar. I think it's safe to say that any PC in this state is not functional or shouldn't be in operation really before a good cleaning or just a full-blown replacement. This picture should just be the new Surgeon General's warning that's printed on every pack of cigarettes. If I was a pack-a-day smoker, that would get me to quit instantly. If I saw this picture, I'd be like, hey, look, cigarettes can shorten my lifespan, but not my computer's lifespan. No. What do we got next? Oh, it's a GIF. Yeah, this is just a quick GIF. Look at that. That's dust. That's human, dead human skin cells just flying in your face. That guy's an American hero. Okay, actually this one, we've been so desensitized. I almost said this one's not too bad. Compared to the other ones we've seen, some of the other ones we've seen, this one's not too bad, but it's still really, really bad. Let's take a look here. This poor XFX card just getting demolished. Plus the CPU cooler fan is blowing air straight down. So all this dust that's in the heatsink is probably just getting shot down to the graphics card, scattering everywhere and going onto the floor of the case. I mean, it's just a mess. Everything is horrible and hideous. Cable management sucks. This beer exhaust fan has given up on life. He's wondering if I jump now, will I hang by my cable and die? Cause that would be sweet. The CPU cooler is pretty much in the same boat, but he's got an important job to do, which is keeping the CPU cool. Unfortunately, he cannot do that job effectively with all this dust buildup in the fan and heatsink. Look at the hard drive, look at it. I mean, you can hardly look at it because it's almost completely covered. Along with the bottom of the case, the floor of the case is just, everything's disgusting. It's kind of funny and sad to see some cable ties here, along with some of the wires that seem to have been routed with thought in mind, which indicates the owner at one point cared about this system and then completely drove it into the ground over years and years by not doing any sort of routine maintenance on it. Oh well, at least someone could throw up in this PC and it would probably smell better. Okay, wow, this build also has a dust clump with the physique of a Samoan. In any case, I hope right after this photo was taken, these scissors were used to cut all the cables in this build so that no one could ever use it again. Here we have yet another smoker's PC, and you can kind of tell just the way that the dust buildup looks. It looks different. It looks more spiky, if that makes sense, more clustered, and it doesn't look good. Look at this cable. Look at the layer of dust that's on this expansion card. It's like overlapping and kind of folding over it, like a piece of melted cheese over a patty. I can only tell this is an Intel stock cooler because of the shape and the push pins. Otherwise, I'd have no idea because the sticker on the middle is almost completely covered up. Filthy, disgusting, you nasty, you all kinds of nasty. Oh, we've got another smoker PC. It looks like the CPU cooler's been removed and hopefully that CPU was given an emergency extraction and placed in a better environment with love and care. But look at that fan. How about that case fan, man? Oh boy, that is a charmer. I bet if you were ever fiending for a cigarette, you could scrape all that nicotine and tar off the fan and just freebase it. Don't ever do that. All right, enough of the smoker PCs, they disgust me. Oh no, we're getting into critter territory. That's a spider web. Oh man. Why does your PC have a bug hammock? That's a huge, that like spans the whole length of the case. What kind of spider lives here? What's kind of interesting is that the rest of the system actually doesn't look too bad. Like it's probably one of the cleanest builds we've seen so far, but it just has this massive spider web in it. Here's a fact of life. If your PC ever needs to be exterminated, you have failed as a PC owner. It can't get much worse than this, right? Yes, it can. Holy balls. This is my worst nightmare. I won't sleep tonight. It's okay. I do it for you guys. What the f? This is a whole lot of nope for me. I don't do spiders. Not doing it. If I see a spider in any of my PCs, it's going into a volcano. This gives me a newfound sense of appreciation and remorse for PC repair shops, because they have to deal with this stuff on a regular basis. I can fix things, I can fix hardware. Inanimate objects, fine. Eight-legged bugs that want to devour my insides, hard pass. No. No. It's almost worse when you can't see the spiders, because then you don't know where they are. They could be right behind you. This video's taking a dark turn. I'm uncomfortable. I'm officially hating this. And I hate the argument people make for spiders. Like, oh, they eat all the other bugs. So, you know, if it wasn't for them, you'd have a bunch of crickets in your house. I don't care about the crickets. Bring on the crickets. I could have a plague of crickets and not care. It's spiders I don't like. I mean, if a group of terrorists killed the Kardashians tomorrow, the world wouldn't be like, yay, terrorists. Well, okay, those are roaches. If there's anything I hate just as much as spiders, it's roaches. I just don't, no. I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to any of this. There's so many roaches in here, and for the record, if there's that many spiders, roaches, or whatever inside your computer, that means there's probably more of them in your household. which is a problem for most people and should be addressed. And there's like a whole cluster of them in here. I mean, it looks like they went to war. This looks like gangs of New York. The day you have to put a roach motel inside your computer is how you know you've hit rock bottom. Okay, say what you will about the owner here, okay? He may have allowed the buildup of some 300 cockroach carcasses on the floor of his PC, but he sure knows how to use a cable tie. Look at that stellar cable management, all go in the same direction. 10 out of 10. Let's get this guy on builds.gg. Well, I think that's enough mental scarring for one video, so let me know what you guys thought was the absolute worst build on this list, and feel free to toss a like on this video if you enjoyed it. It helps me a lot with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it. Also, check out Bitwit.tech, our merchandise store, where you can pick up this awesome hoodie, the B-Sod hoodie, or the B-Sod shirt. You can layer them together. It's perfect for sad people. There's a lot of other stuff on the store. Feel free to check it out, guys. Every dollar made there goes right back into the channel so we can continue bringing you awesome content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one, and I will see y'all in the next video. I need to like watch videos of kittens and puppies now to cleanse my mind. I'm actually never doing one of those again. You can quote me. Too much. Too much.